Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate you being here at the channel today. And for you folks that have not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And if you find the information that I provide beneficial, please hit that like button as well. And for you folks that are watching, if you have topics that you'd like for me to explore, if you have topics you'd like to have covered here on the channel that can potentially help you grow and develop your business, please drop them in the comment section below, or you can email me direct. The email is in the description box below. And then, or if you prefer, you can direct message me on Twitter at Jim Consultant, and potentially you'll see some of your information covered here on the channel. So with that said, let's get into our topic today, and this is 10 things that successful gym salespeople do every day. 10 things that successful gym salespeople do every day. Listen up, take some notes, listen to this video over and over. And this is a good video to listen to on a pretty regular basis. I remember when I was first learning, the industry and first getting started, I had a big old binder that I was reading and memorizing and became very good as a result of memorizing that. And I'd go back and I'd review it, frequently. And even though I was doing well, I'd go back and review that thing, and I'll be darned if I wasn't, missing some things. If I just got out of the habit of doing a few things, I'd come back and bring that back in, and all of a sudden I'm doing better. Treat this the same way. Continuously review this and other videos here on the channel to make sure you're navigating that path correctly. So number one, they keep moving forward. No matter what, they keep moving forward. And so I'll give you an example. What happens is, we set goals, okay? And here's the goal we're going to do. Here's what's going to happen. And now, oops, we find out we're not going to hit that goal. And too many people, they stop or they go a different direction, okay? Successful people, they keep moving forward. Now, one of the ways they do that, and one of the ways that makes them successful at that, is they do have a written plan of action. They plan. They have contingencies for this, okay? When things kind of get off course or things happen that maybe we have no control over, okay? And so these are our roadblocks and setbacks, and they know they have an immediate pivot. Oh, if that happens or something happens, here's what I'm going to do. Because what they don't do, successful gym salespeople, they don't make success an option. They continue to move forward no matter what. Number two, they focus on one person at a time. They focus on one person at a time, absolute attention. So a couple things on this. In the fitness industry, one of the great opportunities, for example, is in corporate sales and doing group programs and corporate deals like that. And that's great, okay? We want to look at that. We want to do some of that. But also know at its core, the industry, it's one person at a time. One person at a time. One person at a time. And each person that we're talking to, okay, we want to give them our absolute attention. Okay? We're not, be like me picking up the phone while I'm doing the video and I get distracted. That wouldn't work too well, right? If you're on the phone with somebody, absolute attention. Don't be fumbling through your desk. Don't be looking for papers. Don't be trying to wave somebody down. Don't be, texting somebody. If I'm talking to you, I'm in a presentation here in the gym, don't be looking up. Don't be looking away. Absolute 100% attention, okay, every single time. Okay. Number three, they plan their day. Okay. Don't try to line your day up the day you go to work. Have it planned every day. And a part of this is, just really, working your CRM properly, but, planning your day. How are you going to acquire new leads? What is my plan going in? How am I going to acquire new leads? Making contacts, picking up the phone. What is my prospecting like? How am I going to be talking to existing members about referrals or training or other opportunities that we have? But have your day planned out in advance. If you try to plan your day the same day you're doing it, you're behind. Okay, plan your day, do it in advance, know what you're going to do. And there's so many tools and things that we can take advantage of these days. There's really no reason not to do this. Okay, number four, they look for opportunities everywhere. They're always looking for opportunities. Okay, I mean, I'll give you some examples. The first club that I ever worked at, it was actually off a freeway. Okay, and so sometimes we'd have folks that would stop in looking for directions. Well, they'd stop in looking for directions, and sort of we'd help them with that. But, oh, by the way, have you seen the gym? Somebody come in to fix the air conditioner. Oh, by the way, have you seen the gym? Heck, we'd get a wrong number. Oh, by the way, have you seen the gym? We're looking for opportunities everywhere. Okay, I remember one time, me and a buddy, we got done playing golf, and we'd stopped into a little pub right there at the end of the golf course, and we're in there, and we got to talking to some folks, and hey, what do you do, and where do you work, and get to talking to them, and the guy's all excited and goes, hey, I'm going to come by and join. I'm going to be there on Monday. I'm going to do this. Okay, I said, look, I'm going to save you the trip, and I'm going to save you the trouble. I've got a couple of agreements out in the car. Let me get those, and let's go ahead and get you guys started right now. Okay, looking for opportunities everywhere. Okay, it's one of the things we talk about in sales training all the time, right? Is what I'm doing right now going to result in a sale? That star gym salesperson, they're kind of always on in that regard. So we're always looking for opportunities, and I can promise you they're always there. They are always there, even in crisis. Actually, there's probably even more opportunity. And the reason there are is because too many people kind of go into retreat mode. But there's always going to be opportunity. Always be looking for it. Number 5, they always see an upside. They always see an upside. And I'll give you an example. This is kind of coming out of 2020 and some of the pandemic related things that we faced. What was the upside to that? Okay, not everybody saw an upside. Okay, but for those that did, what was the upside? I can tell you one of them, and it still is actually. This was a tremendous opportunity, a rare and unique opportunity to advance and to expand into the marketplace. How many folks went in total retreat mode and didn't do anything? Some closed, but some just went into retreat mode and didn't do anything. But those that really had the biggest level of success, they advanced and they expanded. And this was their opportunity to let everybody know who they were. And there wasn't all that extra noise, that extra clutter in the marketplace. But, there's always an upside. Always be looking for the upside. What is the upside to this? What is the benefit to this? I remember walking to a club one time, and this was a club that was a regular client. We'd gone in on a pretty frequent basis. And the power had gone down. There was a tree had hit a power line in the back, so all the power was out. Anyway, the fire department was out. Okay? And so I walk in, and here's the staff. They're handing guest passes to firefighters. One's giving a membership presentation to one. There's always an upside. Okay? Look for it. Okay? Number 6, we learn from our mistakes. Okay, successful gym salespeople every day. What do? We learn from our mistakes. And so the best way I think I can talk about this is whether it's a phone inquiry, and say you don't set it. Okay, analyze it. If I had that same call again, what could I have done differently? What would I have done differently? How could I have handled that differently? Okay, if it's a person that came in and maybe didn't buy. Okay, what could I have done differently? Did I find out that powerful why? Okay, how could I have handled it? That same situation happens again, what would I do differently? And here's the correct answer to that is you can never blame the customer. Oh, they were never going to buy. They were never going to do anything. They were just shopping. They were just looking around. You can't make that the answer. Okay, because if you do, you're putting your success in somebody else's hands. This needs to be in your hands. Okay, so we learn from our mistakes. That same thing happened again. What would I do differently? Have an answer for it. Okay, we do this a lot of times in sales with what we call the tour log sheet. Is if we don't make the sale, we'll go through a whole set of criteria, kind of talking about, okay, what did we uncover? What did we find out? What do we know? Did we get that powerful why, the super objective? What was their prior experience? Do we understand all of this? And many times we find we didn't do all that. Many times we find we kind of prejudged or we got off script. Okay, so the big thing here is on learning from our mistakes is make sure that we're being accountable. Never blame the customer for anything. Okay, Focus only on what matters. Focus only on what matters. Not everything's going to be important. Okay, just focus on what matters here. Okay, if I've got a chance to communicate with the customer and they're talking about their schedule and what's going on and how things are happening, hey, let's focus on what matters here. What matters here is, how can I solve your problem? How can I help you get the results that you're looking for? Ultimately, that's what it is, right? That's what matters the most, is solutions and solving problems. So let's stay focused on that. Number 8, great gym salespeople, what do they do on a daily basis? They make time for themselves. This is a big one. And making time for yourself, I would hope, in part, that's a daily exercise, right? Get up and do that morning run. Get that afternoon workout in. Okay, or just take time to yourself. I mean, there's times, I know as an owner, I just get away and go to a movie because I wanted that 3 hours of complete solitude and complete silence, and I found it invigorating when I did that. Okay, but make sure we take time for ourselves. If you enjoy getting up and having a morning cup of coffee at your favorite Starbucks with some friends, do it. Okay, but take time for yourself. Okay, you do want to measure a balance in here when you do this. Number 9, they set daily goals. They have daily goals, and be very specific on these goals. Always do the math on this. What is my goal? It's not, hey, I want to make sales today. That's not good enough. I want to make 10 sales today. I want to make 2 sales today. I want to bring in this much revenue. I want to bring in this many leads. I want to talk to this many people. I had a person one time working at a club, and I had walked in, and she goes, Jim, she was like desperate. She goes, Jim, I really need your help. I really need your help today. I said, hey, you just tell me what you need. I'm happy to do it. She goes, Jim, I'm committed. I'm going to talk to 100 people today. All I need for you to do, Jim, is keep everybody away from me. Don't let people come bother me and interrupt me and talk to me. I want to stay on the phones, and I want to talk to 100 people. So, set daily goals, but the key to it is be very specific on these goals. Do the math on this. And then number 10, always ask yourself, how can you help your members? How can I help my members? How can I help them? How can I continually serve them? How can I continually give them super service? How can I bring them more value? How can I continue to create a unique, special experience for them? Continue to look at that on a regular basis. Okay, not only will it enhance your business, but it's going to enhance your brand. It's going to help your customer get the results they're looking for, and they're going to stay with you, hopefully forever. So folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here. Again, please subscribe to the channel, click that like button, and we'll see you on that next video.